Welcome to the Popcorn Talk Network, for the online broadcast network that features movie discussion, news, and interviews. Press 1. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. From the Popcorn Talk Network, the online broadcast network for movie talk, and the schmoes know, this is Marvel Movie News, bringing you the most up-to-date discussion and commentary within the Marvel Universe.
Excelsior to you, our merry Marvelites. Welcome back to our 16th show of the year, 2015, 29 in all. Am I correct?
Yes,
so
we are one shy of 30.
I know. And our Age of Ultron show will be our 30th.
Oh my
next
God,
week.
how magical.
It's almost like the universe.
I know.
Wait, that's 2 weeks.
No,
it comes out next Thursday.
Yeah.
We won't have seen it by then.
But we will not have seen it, but our show that week,
will be
then
about
31, will be phase 2 for us.
I was very worried that you would see it before me.
No, we are not that cool, Coy.
Yeah.
We are not.
Afraid we're not that cool. We are
Europe's pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Europe. You're so cool. By the way, if you're in the live chat, please do not give us any spoilers on Age of Ultron because we will find a way to fly a plane and murder you.
That was my very hard tangent. I was trying so hard to tangent that, and I was like, how can I make this Europe, don't do it.
Don't you do it, Europe.
I know a Bucky cosplayer in England who is also firearm trained, which I'm not sure how he knows how to use firearms having grown up in England, but I guess you can still go shooting, even if you can't own a gun. But I will sick him after you.
Yeah, you'll get sicked on by the...
And he also already spoiled something for me, so I'm like, oh, leave. Anyways.
Right. Moving on. We are the Marvel Movie News, coming to you live from the Danger Room, where we tell you all the news from all the studios and why you should be as excited as we are. Subscribe to us on iTunes at Marvel Movie News, or find us through the Popcorn Talk Network on YouTube or through their website. Also, follow us on Twitter at Marvel News PTN, or on Facebook, we're / I've been corrected on that, / Marvel News Show. Like us, comment. Play with the community, ask us questions. We always try to answer them in the short amount of time that we're allotted to do so. So anyway, I am Matt Key at the Matt Key.
I'm Meredith Placko at M Placko.
I'm Coy Jandreau at Coy Jandreau.
And we've got Robin Fuqua joining us today.
Good, yes.
Yeah. Do you have a Twitter?
I do not tweet.
You do not tweet.
I'm not a tweeter.
All right. Well, we will not give your tweeter out.
All right.
But we've also joined by Master Alan. Say hello.
I just want him to be Master Alan all the time.
The Master Alan.
Master Alan.
What's your Twitter?
At Sizzler Kistler.
And we're joined by our good friend Justin Baker.
Hi. At Acts for Food.
ACTS for
the number
food,
4.
Because you
food,
get paid in food when you act.
Yes.
No, I get it.
Does that mean people, but not people don't throw food at you? You just act for food.
I'll do a little bit of anything.
If they're throwing steak, that's okay.
Exactly.
Oh
like if you're throwing porterhouse steaks at me,
Yeah.
yes,
I would never get hit in the face with a steak.
If I get a chicken parm at you, you'll actually...
Chicken. I'm not a big chicken parm, but I'd probably still be okay with it.
I mean, how well is that contained?
It's not
That
contained.
wouldn't feel very
Is
good.
it real messy?
It's like Olive Garden chicken parm.
Is there is it falling on the floor, or is there like a bucket around me that it catches it so it doesn't hit the floor?
This is not double dare.
In which case,
This is not double
if it's
dare.
double dare,
Then
I'm
you can
totally
take it
down.
home later.
Yeah, I will save that, put it in the freezer. Trust me.
All right, so welcome to the show. These guys, is it the Cosmic Couch? Is that what we
It is
we
the
call
Cosmic Couch,
Because I
yeah.
kind of like the idea of
fancy.
calling it Nowhere.
Aww, but
that's
you wanna-
sad.
No,
Yeah.
like Nowhere, like the
But-
Celestial.
No, I get it. There was the
Guardians
K.
were.
I heard the silent
But
K.
I like the Cosmic
I heard
Couch
the
because
silence.
Nowhere.
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 All right, so we are going to...
I can know what you mean.
Get out. Just leave.
Just leave.
Good day, sir.
I said good day.
All right, we're going to jump into the news now that we're 3 minutes into introducing ourselves. A new trailer came out this week for the Fantastic Four, as well as a new poster. Can we get the new poster up? Look at how fancy that is.
Oh, that's
good
cool.
that
That's a good looking
Finished?
poster,
I'm taking
right?
time.
this is what happens when a company doesn't steal an unfinished poster and releases it. You get something really awesome.
It looks good.
And that
Yeah, that's
symmetrical
cool.
thing.
And I love that Thing is like the size of all
Oh,
three of them.
I
Like
know,
that looks
it's fantastic.
great.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's a good poster.
Yeah,
Finally.
Yeah, it's cool.
again, I like the fact that the Thing has like a weird, like kind of rocky shoulder on one side and looks a little like Rock Slide. Who was it that like didn't like him because he looked a little like Rock? Was that you?
No, it was.
Who was it?
It was
Cook?
almost Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah. Oh, I think
Was it our friend Damien?
Damien.
Damien. Okay, yeah. I like the fact that he looks.
I love it.
I love it. So
I also like that they're looking off, but with purpose.
yeah,
You know,
right?
my pet peeve has been looking off with
just
purpose.
staring.
Yeah.
Just staring. Well,
Look at that.
Well, let's go ahead and jump to the stills real quick while we're on the moment of. We've got John Jarvis in the booth. Hello, John Jarvis. So yeah, we've got Invisible Woman laying down with
When she
her
goes
adoptive father.
invisible.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
that was
it looks
a neat
really
effect.
cool. And then we've got this one with the Human Torch and Invisible. I don't know what Invisible Woman's doing in this picture.
She's looking for her
Breakdance
keys.
fighting.
Yeah.
She can't find her contacts.
Interpretive
She's
dancing.
looking for
She's
contacts.
like as a contact. He lit up so that because the room was dark.
So he's giving.
So he's helping her find her
Okay.
contacts.
No,
Hold
that
on.
makes sense. That
Much
makes
like
sense.
the previous films, there will be a lot of using powers for household chores.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I actually want to
First
see
family.
more of that in superhero films because, come on, if you have a fantastical power, like you can light up a room.
And I mean that totally makes sense. Some of the best stuff, like in X-Men 2, one of my favorite bits is the beer isn't cold, Iceman blow on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Or Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, that really separated Fantastic Four from a lot of comics when it first came out, where you would see, someone was joking for the Human Torch to do something cool because they saw him in a coffee shop, and he just flicked his thumb into a flame.
Oh,
And he's
that's
like,
cool.
"Here, you like
Right.
that? I'm enjoying my coffee." Like,
Get
just
outta
those
here.
simple
Yeah.
everyday uses for
Yeah.
powers really separated. I mean, now we sort of expect that, but at the time, that was really groundbreaking.
Well,
That you
it
would
was
just-
fun in the comics where the secret identities weren't a problem like Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's cool in this
They were
universe where that's an
celebrities.
option. Yeah, but now that MCU everyone knows everyone's identity, it's like
Yeah.
I'm really curious how they handle it with Spider-Man because he's coming in. Like how that'll be even a. Will he be him and Daredevil like the two bros? Like shh, we're secret
tell anybody.
superheroes. Like it's
Hey
really
Matt,
interesting.
don't call me that in public. Right, sorry.
Peter Parker,
It's like your stripper name, right? I shouldn't know the real you.
It's
Okay.
Mike.
But I mean, it's
That's
funny
Mike.
because
Like,
calls him
another name,
Strawberry.
call me Miles. Call me Miles. That's how they bring it in.
Yeah.
like
Then
it.
we've also got Doom here. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I think I might take like an what is it? Aberrant view. Like what's the view that no one else is gonna take? I think he looks good.
I
I'm
think he
kind
looks
of
like he's
excited
wearing an
about it.
eyes wide shut mask, and he might be Tom Cruise underneath.
I
I am not having it. That is not
I feel
for
like
me.
more like Leo DiCaprio in
See,
Man
now-
in the Iron
So
Mask.
that's
Okay.
just that's accurate.
I think he
Yeah.
looks like a Death Eater.
Oh,
that's a good idea.
interesting.
So I
Yes.
have just an observation I have from watching the trailer several times and trying to figure some things out.
I dare say I've seen it 12 times.
Yeah, that's a good. I would say 4 for me.
I mean, I have to prepare for the show
I know.
and get
Well,
opinions and everything.
I have
but
other
I think I would
things,
still
yeah.
probably watch
You have
it
to get
that often.
opinions.
But we watched it.
to find them.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to go on a limb where I think they're doing with what they're going to do with Doom. At one point, they say that there was someone left behind in the negative zone, and I think that's actually Doom. I think
Yeah.
it's Victor. They accidentally leave him behind, and he finds a way out. And this is why, because we see the actor part of the whole Baxter project being helpful and kind of nice,
Yeah.
and there's obviously some chemistry, if not history, between him and Sue, which I think is really great to kind of give us an extra backstory to care about this guy, as opposed to like, oh, I'm evil and I rule Latveria and I just want to destroy the world and marry Sue Storm. I think they're going to really give him a character.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about this because all the things that we had heard and joked about, like, oh, Doombot blogger, ha ha ha. Oh, I think it's actually gonna be pretty
Yeah.
rad if what
The
I
actor's
think it's
incredible.
gonna be.
Like
He
I
is.
love
Toby.
that
Yeah.
actor. Toby
Yeah.
Cabell is one of the
And
most underrated actors. So if you-
Apparently, he's
well,
a giant fan of Marvel and Fantastic Four. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen that in interviews where he's talked about it, and he's really proud of what they've done.
for the first time,
So-
I'm actually excited for this movie. That last trailer really sold me.
Yeah.
It validated all the actors being in it that we know are amazing. I think it might be good.
Well, and I think like when it comes to villains, the best villains are the ones who they don't think they're a villain.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
think they're doing good.
Right.
They want to make
They
something.
have like a self-righteous
Yeah.
cause.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, because Doom would come up with these rules about like, he wouldn't attack children, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, so he's kind of cool, and then you would see him say the line like, I allow them the honor to grow and serve Doom. It's like, okay,
this guy.
you're a
You are
monster.
still a jerk.
I don't think you understand. I don't think that means what you think it means, Doom.
That's not actually mercy. Okay. But no, I think Doom's a fantastic character, and I mean, I was definitely nervous about he's a blogger. Really? Is it just going to be a jerk with like a graphic on his screen that looks like a little mask? But now we're seeing, I was like, all right, I don't know entirely what they're doing, but I'm interested now.
In the trailer, like I watched it a little bit more closely, and you can kind of see it in the still, but in the trailer it looks really good. We're talking about the trailer now, everybody. We moved away from the stills in the poster. There's like circuitry in his face. It looks like there's like green lines. He comes, like zipping all over his face. That's my impression.
That was great.
I wonder if instead of giving him some sort of like if instead of giving him like some sort of mystical base power. Oh, thank you.
Sorry,
my mac and cheese fell. If he's going to be kind of jacked into the system, if he's going to have some sort of overarching machine power and deviate from what we know from Doom.
That's kind of what I'm actually thinking, is that he's going to be like a cyber kind of villain, like he like not that he can like jump into a computer, but like
technopathy.
Want to address that?
If they have him going into the alternate dimension and getting stuck there, like your theory, which I love, I really hope they play with the idea of like time relativity and all the only good parts of Interstellar.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So, someone in the chat keeps saying, "Why is a blogger going into an alternate dimension?"
That would be Alberto Hardwell Heisenberg.
Thank you. I can't see that from the side. Thank you.
There's a reflection.
But it's written in caps, so I do want to address my theories on this. Is one, maybe he's not a blogger, or two, a lot of times, obviously this is a very fantastical situation, but you would, it's like a reporter and a cop ride along. You think it's going to be a controlled experiment, but you want to bring someone who might be a journalist to talk about these achievements, and then something goes terribly wrong.
I mean, there's so much of the story we don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And the trailer has done a really good job of saying, hey, here's some really cool moments, but not the story. No spoilers. Like,
Well, finally, in the trailer, I also see people mentioning being heroic and being pioneers. And I'm like, all right, now I'm starting to get a nice feel of this. Because the Fantastic Four should be as much pioneers as they are heroes. Like, they're the Imaginauts. They're the ones, they symbolize that Kennedy space era. Of like, we're going to go there because no one's done it yet.
For no other reason than no one else has.
Exactly.
That's Reed's whole thing. Like,
and that's something we're missing in modern day space travel. I feel like outside of Elon Musk and SpaceX, we don't really have that adventurous spirit. So I'm really excited that going with the younger cast for Fantastic Four. I just said I'm really excited for Fantastic Four, that maybe this will kind of reinvigorate us as a generation to care about what's out beyond our reaches.
And now they had time to get the reshoots done, so the movie might be good. Now we're seeing reshoot trailers.
I don't know. I'm really a lot more excited. It's still not like my most anticipated movie of the year, but
when's it out?
July or August. I think it's August actually.
Yeah.
See, that's how passive I've been.
Yeah, like Ant-Man comes out in July, and then that is followed by, I think, Fantastic Four. And I'm excited for Ant-Man, but I think I'm equally as excited now for Fantastic Four.
I wasn't excited about it until this last trailer.
What, Ant-Man you mean, or Fantastic Four?
I wasn't excited about Fantastic Four until I saw the
trailer.
And I love the shot of Thing.
Which one?
The one where he's like hunched over.
Oh, and he's like
he's getting up.
He's like molting.
So good.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's like he's coming out of his rock cocoon. It looks like he's molting.
That was really cool.
I definitely, after watching this trailer, had I might see this movie now. Because before this trailer, I was like,
that's where I was.
Not gonna.
Exactly.
I'm waiting for this one to come to
a D.
I went from thinking like, wow, you guys missed the mark on that to, all right.
You might have.
I might be mistaken.
And going in with those expectations, it might be better than you
right.
And that's nice. That's because
the
sometimes I do that. I go in with that this is gonna be the best movie ever, and then you walk out and you're like, and it was maybe a C, but I expected it to be an A, and so I felt like it was an F.
I'm happy going with the D expectation. I'm glad they just finally found the dartboard. Like it's now on a radar of sorts. So I'm excited. It looks.
I would have a D. I would have a D expectation on this.
And that's not to say that it's going to be an amazing film. I'm saying this trailer has engaged me enough that I'm like, you know what? I'm excited to see what this does now. Do I expect it to be a great film? I don't know. I'm excited to see it though because of the trailer. Though.
I'm
optimistic.
Cautiously optimistic.
Yes, that's the word.
Optimistic
Thank you.
is a good word.
Yes,
it's
optimistic.
A good word.
I
was pessimistic.
And
optimistic is a good word. Yeah, I agree.
Sometimes I don't know how to word.
Sweetheart, it's okay.
I know.
All of us have that problem. I also love that they're treating Reed Richards as intelligent. Like I love that one line at the very beginning where they're like,
we could never do
6
this.
years, like what's
because you didn't have Reed Richards.
And that voice, oh my God, that voice is amazing.
Lewis Malone is asking, what do we think needs to be kept from the comics to ensure that this is good?
Well, we know that they're going from the Ultimates, so it's kind of a question of, do we go with...
You can mix.
6 1... Well, so which one do we want to say? Like...
Okay,
is it just like out there, like either or?
No, what I want is I want them to build up a family. I want them to have that connection.
That's a good question, by the way.
Yeah, and
thank you.
Even if it's not there at the beginning, I want to see that progress of them growing into something greater. And I want to see science.
Yeah.
I want to see
science.
Yeah, science.
Science.
That's what I want. What do you guys want to see?
I want Doom to be a force in the universe of whatever. I mean, it's so small, it's Fox, so it's like but Doom to me in the comics is one of the very few that are like near human level, like power set that are as powerful as the gods. Like you fear Doom, so I want Doom to be a force for whatever meeker universe they can assemble. So X-Men and if X-Men and Fantastic Four team up, I want Doom to be just as daunting as that's all.
Like Doom,
my only goal is that
Doom and Secret Wars, like the original. What was that? 84, 85, right? Like I looked
Secret
at you.
War 1?
Yeah, the
that's
first
82.
Secret War. That's not that early.
I want to say like it's around 82.
No, I think it's 80, like 85.
No, because the black costume came out in like 82.
Spider-Man's black costume?
Yeah.
I think
I'll double check right now.
Double check.
I could be,
I'm willing to put money on it.
Our
actually,
walking encyclopedia over there.
But
impressive.
I like Doom, and that like takes on the Beyonders.
84.
Yeah.
84?
84.
But I really like the Ultimate Doom. Like I really like the covers and like with the mystical powers. Like and the way they did it, it felt like I liked the magic science like combo with that stuff. That was really cool to me.
Yeah,
so
that.
I'm down if they do that, as long as it's not like just lightning power Doom. Like that
Yeah.
just felt like.
Also, like the problem with Doom in the previous films was he wasn't like a villain or even this worldwide threat. He was just some dick that like got powers. And it's like, you know what?
I'm just angry.
Like I don't like Reed. Boom, and that was it. And it was lame. That's not a threat. Whereas like Doom in the comics, what's made him work, and maybe he'll be this in the new movie, is someone who really has world domination. And there's a revenge kick against Richards, but really the world is his goal.
Yeah.
No, I think Venture Brothers summed up Doctor Doom from the previous movies pretty on point with I'm blanking on the metal jaw guy's name. Not Locked.
Baron Underbite.
Baron von
Underbite. Yeah.
That was Doom from the previous movies. So I don't think.
Have you seen Venture Brothers?
I have not.
Oh my God,
It
I
is
only
one of
recently
the
got into it
greatest
too. It's great.
cartoons of all time. Like,
Really?
It's one of my top 5 TV shows ever.
Okay, where is it? I'll find it.
It's Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think they're in season 5, season 6.
They've got like the first 3 seasons on Netflix right now.
It's
cool. It's
really
watch it.
good.
Yeah.
It's really good. And feel free to call me and tell me what you think of it.
Tell you how great it is.
It's fantastic.
And it
You're gonna love it.
spoofs on so many superheroes.
Oh,
It's really good.
I will definitely watch it.
should we leave Fantastic Four behind?
Yeah, I think we're.
You're ready to
Do you have
jump,
any-
huh?
We gave it praise. I'm scared to say anything negative.
Yeah.
I gave it all I could.
Well, we're not allowed to
But
say.
we could say what negative do you have?
Okay. I am really worried that they're going to use all of their incredibly talented actors. They have some of the best actors, young actors working right now.
Yeah,
I'm worried
they
that
really do.
They really do.
They really
it's
do.
probably the best cast for an origin story they could have gotten with this team. I'm worried they're going to lean on that too much. I think they're going to use that as a crux, have too much sitting in a room talking scenes about science, and they'll lose what the element of the comic is. And the first trailers showed that. This trailer has had a lot of time to earn our respect, because it's how many message boards have told them what we wanted to see. They showed us what we wanted to see, but they could cut 5 minutes out of what we wanted to see and make that great trailer. I'm still a little worried. We'll see what happens.
Well said,
Yeah, I agree. And there was the one scene in the trailer that I did not like, that was the Michael B. Jordan one, where he was like, I think it was Toby Cabell, who was like, he doesn't get along with
Doesn't
follow
orders.
Yeah, doesn't follow orders.
Yeah, especially from people who I was like, that's like,
there is a little bit of
that
you're
scene
trying to be funny rather than actually
Yeah.
being funny. And I would like Johnny to actually be funny. I mean, he's a hilarious character who's really not self-aware in the comics. Like one of my favorite scenes was when the FF were having really bad press about them. And so Johnny goes to Spider-Man. He's like, I just thought, I wanted to talk to you. I wanted some advice. And Spidey's like, oh, this is really nice, man. And Johnny's just like, I mean, how do you deal with, like, everyone hates you. Yeah. I mean, how do you deal with that? That's just awful. Like, how do you even get out of bed in the morning? And he's just so not aware of how he's just, like, trashing Spidey right now.
He's like,
Yeah, he is a kid who doesn't see the need to mature.
Yeah, I mean, I love that Johnny Storm is a kid. Like, that's just it. He's it's all about motorcycles.
He likes fast cars.
He's coy.
He'll change the color of his costume.
In the good sense.
That's the amazing.
In the best sense.
It's all about having fun, enjoying life.
Now that we've mentioned joy and immaturity.
This guy, I had a YOLO superhero shirt on 2 weeks ago, and I was like, well, this isn't ironic somehow.
So are we good with Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
Anything else we want to say?
The Thing just should be an ornery cuss who just makes me smile. I want their personalities.
Yeah.
I mean, the Thing was basically Jack Kirby as a rock monster. That was the whole point of the Thing. Like this just put upon Jewish former gangster / pilot who just
from Yancey Street,
which doesn't resemble Delancey Street at all, and he just doesn't necessarily love the superhero life. But damn it, my friends are in danger, and I don't like seeing bullies. And I just love that attitude from him.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see that.
He should be the poster child for the anti-bully campaign.
Yeah,
he would be perfect for it.
Absolutely.
The Thing is an incredible character.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on to X-Men Apocalypse. We've got Lucas Till is returning as Havoc.
Yeah.
You like Lucas?
He's my buddy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You should have him on our show then.
He's the greatest. Lucas, I'm so happy for you, man. You're gonna kill it, and you know the character, and you'll finally get to do it right.
What?
All my weird animosity towards that franchise is always because they're like, here's 2 minutes of this mutant you love. I really think this is finally Lucas's time to shine. I think they're gonna do it right. I'm really happy for him, man.
In Apocalypse?
So stoked for him.
Why do you say that?
Because they
fingers crossed. You've read the script. You're hoping I'm
gonna say I know enough. I'm excited.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Go Lucas. Happy for you, bro.
Fair.
Drops mic.
Wow. Just don't leave. Just
hang out.
Stay here.
Can somebody pick up Coy's mic? Because I don't think that's expensive. You should not leave that on the ground.
Yeah, we're going to want to hear your voice later. If you can pick that mic up. Yeah. Havoc, Lucas Till. I'm excited. I like Havoc. I liked him. I was actually disappointed that he wasn't in Days of Future Past more. Mm-hmm. He's like, hey, I'm in Vietnam. Cool. All right, bye. Like that was come on.
That was
I love Havoc as a character, so I'm excited to see them do more. I hope it's not going to be one of those cameo characters.
Yeah.
So that's my only.
Was he named Alex Summers in the movie?
He's very much Alex Summers. The continuity is just madness.
Yeah.
Well, so is Cyclops going to be his brother?
They're introducing that new younger Cyclops. They could actually do the big brother little brother thing right now. It's whether or not they will. They have the option, but they've had the option to do a lot of things right.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Also Oscar Isaac. I don't know if this was on a Reddit Ask Me Anything.
It was.
Was it?
Where he talked about a Reddit comment.
So he was talking about Apocalypse recruiting the Four Horsemen, which. Let me just read the quote. Without giving anything away, the recruitment of the Four Horsemen is very cool. It's very interesting the way that he does that. The idea of the way cult leaders do. They find people that are in need of something and try to fulfill that thing in them as it relates to every one of the Horsemen. So, first of all, we've all speculated that the Horsemen would be in the film. I feel like this is the first confirmation that, yes, indeed, we do have the Four Horsemen. Am I wrong? Have they confirmed that?
They haven't said it, even hinted at it yet, so I'm really excited. This is it? We got it?
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that. Do you guys have any opinions on that, or who's going to be a horseman?
So I have my theories of who they're going to have as horsemen, but I love the reasoning here that Oscar Isaac says, because it speaks of the script, of the director, of where we're going, that it's not just be like, I want you, hey, come hang out with me. It's literally Apocalypse is going to go forth and find people who are broken in some way.
I think that's really cool.
And how perfect is that as the first mutant to hunt down? He's basically, it's a really interesting evil parallel to Xavier hunts down mutants using Cerebro and finds them and brings them in under his wing. Apocalypse could be this amazing dark side of you could find and bring him under his wing and start raising mutants. They could make this if they do it right, this amazing parallel between the good and evil mutant uprising.
Yeah.
That'd be an awesome movie.
And I think it's going to be more dynamic than Magneto's evil mutants ever were. I think the possibility here, and as far as my speculation, we're going to see Angel as Archangel. I mean, I think he loses his wings, so and I think Apocalypse gives him promise of I can bring you back. Yeah, that's my top choice. I don't know who else. I mean, maybe. I don't know if they're going to go with the comics. It's hard for me to not.
I think they'll go with whoever won an Oscar. So I think Mystique's going to be in, and like Hugh Jackman's going to be. Well, I think it's just going to be. The
Wolverine. We're going to.
One of the Horsemen.
Yeah.
I think they
Wolverine will be one of the Horsemen?
I really think they will.
I mean, he's been Death before.
He's been Death.
It's a different place.
It's the only one that would tie in besides Archangel with their fan base.
Right. I mean, what the real question is will they actually have horses?
Just get out.
So.
This is the second time I'm telling you.
I'm just saying.
Just get out.
That's two. That's two in like 10 minutes. Leave.
I mean,
like, are they gonna? Is it gonna be like the cartoon where for some reason Apocalypse had these robot horses?
Yeah, they were
like
awesome.
Sparks, Nevada.
They were so cool. I want those. So bad.
Oh my god.
I mean, like Arcade, like that story, like that to me is like I love his quote about finding people that are broken and promising.
I love that. I think it's really cool.
His story alone, like Angel's story, like that one to me was just like he doesn't want to be what he is, and he feels bad, and then he goes to like change things, and then becomes Archangel. It's like that's so cool to me. So I do like the idea of like finding these people that have something, because all these mutants have like some kind of issues within themselves.
And there are horses that have issues themselves.
And they need to be made robots.
So on the live chat, Carlo asks,
"Come now, Bubbles. I will make you into a robot horse."
Carlo asks in the live chat, do you think that Gambit could or should be introduced as one of Apocalypse's 4 horsemen in the next film?
That would be brilliant.
Yeah.
You would have a small part for Channing Tatum, and then he could grow into a solo film like they wanted.
Yeah.
Good thought.
I mean, I thought Gambit being one of the horsemen a few years back was the most interesting thing they'd done with him since the 90s.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be, I think it would be a great way to introduce him.
It toys his morality, which is what Gambit is. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
All
right, there you go.
Have we given them too much credit?
Who? Fox? I don't know. That trailer looks good. The Fantastic Four trailer.
Oh, I was like, did I miss it?
What?
Whoa, you just blew my mind, man.
No, but they do. This is kind of funny. A tweet from one of the hairdressers for the X-Men Apocalypse said that he starts shooting on April 27th. So I think that we have like confirmation.
This is the world we live in.
Yeah.
We're like following hairdressers for news. 2015, someone help us get a scoop.
I would like to point out that I do not follow him. I saw that on Comic Book Resources.
Sure,
like,
Matt.
Watch it, Baker.
You've got an entire list of hairdressers that you follow.
I will ask you to leave soon.
I already know how that works. I've seen what happens. Nothing.
No one leaves.
Please tell me to leave.
I tried to leave. I dropped a mic and I was told to come back.
I'm just saying.
I can't do the show without you guys.
Atlanteans, where I used to live, I know a lot of you.
When you used to live in Atlanta?
That's what I thought you were talking about. Like Atlanteans.
Yes.
Atlantis?
You know that place sunk, right?
I crossed over. From the universes from DC to Marvel, but no, I was living in Atlanta for 5 years. I know a lot of principal filming is going to be done there. I'm just saying, don't sneak any pictures from set, but if they end up in our email boxes, I promise I will protect my sources.
We just have like lots of like one person's angle, like thank you.
And it's like someone's shoes. Like these are the shoes. These are the shoes I wore on set. I know like a bunch of my friends who are actually extras already. Like I've already been picked for
they're
extras.
starting to gear up.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, cool. I'm excited.
I'm really excited.
So let's move over to Marvel Studios.
Oh, is there anything happening with Marvel this week?
Spider-Man news. Did you know that? Did you know about the casting news?
The 5 rumored people?
Yeah, the 5 rumored people.
Yeah, that everyone in the chat wants to talk about. Everyone's like, Spider-Man.
Who are the 5 rumors?
Well, I will tell you. We have pictures.
Ooh, looky.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
So there's Marvel Studios. Nat Wolff, who was in The Fault with Our Stars.
Yes.
Asa
The Fault
Butterfield.
with Our Stars?
Is it?
The Fault in Our Stars.
Is it in Our Stars?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not with stars.
The
Whatever.
stars are not faulty.
But what's within?
I love this photo, by the way.
I know, isn't that great?
I hope that's from his Instagram.
I think that's a YouTube
Even better.
thing.
But I mean, it just looks like it's got X Pro on it. I'm just, it looks.
Yeah.
I know my iGram filters, guys.
So
awesome,
we've
Butterfield.
got Tom Holland,
Okay.
who was in The Impossible, the tsunami film. Timothy Chalamet, who was in Interstellar.
Aw, he's even dressed for the part. He's like, guys, I'm ready to go to school.
I know. I
He just needs a sweater vest.
I very purposely tried to find whatever picture is like
Most Peter.
loaned
Yeah.
itself to
Yeah,
be most
that's
Parker.
That's cute.
And then Liam James.
Okay.
So
Who's this guy?
No,
he was in the way back, and he's also played like some a relatively.
He doesn't usually
large
look
part
that
of
handsome.
Sight.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say
a super handsome
that's an
photo. I was
Osborne.
about to say.
That's an Osborne.
In the way back, he does not look like that. I was like very confused for a second.
No.
That's a
But
great
based on
movie,
his
by the way.
performance in the way back, the way back was an excellent movie. I would be down for him.
Yeah, he's a great. Like, I
actor.
think he's a great actor.
But
I mean, I still don't want teenage Spidey. I would like at least college age Spidey.
I want adult
What
Spidey.
is the age?
I want
What
Jake
is the age
Gyllenhaal.
I
on
want
this?
Professor Spidey.
The age that they're going with is like they're looking at actors 20 and younger.
Okay.
And they want to make him like freshman sophomore age.
They're trying to age him through
In
this
high
situation. That way they can do the classroom fights, which they've never actually done. They've only hinted at. That way they can do the Ditko stuff. They've only hinted at. I mean, it makes sense from a long-term franchise standpoint.
Yeah.
It does not make sense from a we've seen this 3 times already standpoint.
Yeah, I'm so tired of the origin.
They're not going to do the origin story.
They
But it's so
The origin.
close. It's
But-
so. I don't.
It's going to
need
be
it
like,
anymore.
remember,
But you're still-
we're not going to show it, but remember yesterday when I got bit by that spider?
Yeah, it's like you're still
exactly
going
what
to
it
see
is.
like rookie and experienced Spider-Man. And
Yeah.
I would like to see even
had
because
that.
there's still going to be an age gap between him. Like even if you say he's 20 or 21, he would at least then have about 5 years of experience. But he would still be significantly younger than Iron Man, God knows Thor, and then Bruce Banner. And
But I
all
mean,
of
I
them.
even love like him. Even in the comic books, adult Spider-Man. Even whenever he's had his powers and he's honed them and whatever, he still messes up constantly.
Yeah, he's
and he
a dude.
still thinks of himself. He doesn't think of himself as like
he's an
Iron Man
adult.
or
He
Thor.
also- he
you look
points
at like
out-
Civil War. Like he's anxious to be around those guys because
Yeah.
he's like, you guys are superheroes.
Yeah.
I'm just Spider-Man.
Spidey's also the guy who he will point out the postmodern remarks that fans themselves would make in jokes, like when they were talking when the Scarlet Witch went nuts again in Avengers Disassembled, and they're all talking about like, well, it makes sense when you think of this and when you think of that and when you think of that, and Spidey's like, plus she married a robot. And everyone kind of looks at him and is like, no, I like him, but he's a robot.
I think it's actually important on 2 fronts to cast a younger actor. One, because we're having this issue now with some of the actors getting older, like RDJ. How much longer can he really play?
Yeah, just
Tony
like from
Stark?
a production
Yeah, from a
standpoint,
production,
yeah.
and also too, I think going this young, he's going to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And we don't really have a vulnerable superhero right now in the major players, and I think it's going to talk to a younger audience. I think it's going to bring in that that young adult audience and give them someone relatable. But I think this is a chance for them to build up something that, yes, we've seen the younger Spider-Man before in the previous films, but those films don't matter. They don't. And I think we're going to get something new and fun, and I think if they pick the right actor, I think he's going to fulfill everything we want from Spider-Man.
And these 5 actors, I think, are all pretty solid actors.
Yeah.
Like Asa Butterfield's the only one that I'm super familiar with in any way. And
He's my least likable.
Every
of that.
time the studio they do this, they do like, hey, let me throw some smoke screen. Like they throw names out. So I mean, there's an 80% chance not gonna be any of these guys.
I have a feeling
Yeah.
that they already have their Spider-Man, if not locked down. They know who they want.
I worry that positively, Marvel really knows how to make a movie. They do a really good job. This is the best opportunity we've ever had to do in Spider-Man right. I think Marvel's going to make it right. I think it's going to be the best Spider-Man we've ever had. On the negative, the choice they made to make him young is the only way to make it redundant to what we've already had. The only way that Marvel could have done something similar to what we've already had is this one choice. So I think Marvel, at their core, has made a bad decision, but I think it's the best way to reinterpret that into a good thing. But why shoot yourself in the foot? Like, why start in a negative?
I think
I think that Marvel is saying like, hey, you guys have had your chance to play with Spider-Man, and now we want to show you how you're supposed to play with Spider-Man.
But they can do that with an older Spider-Man and have everything
But
seem
they have
familiar.
a plan. This is a company that consistently looks out 20 years.
Yeah.
It seems. So I think they have a long-term plan. We just don't know what it is.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think, don't get me wrong, I will be in line immediately to see this movie. Like, I don't care what you could cast him as like an old woman, and I'd be like, all right, cool. Let's see what you do with
Aunt May movie.
That would
I was
be
excited for the Sally Field Aunt May movie.
Like,
Screw it.
it's Spider-Man. It is my all-time favorite like superhero.
Bruce Campbell as semi-retired Spider-Man.
Yes.
Like a Dark Knight Returns kind
They
of
just
Spider-Man.
want me to come back in. All right. Get the costume, sweetheart.
All right, Kistler, you can come back in.
Oh, thank God.
I don't know. I don't hate the idea of him being a younger Spider-Man. I understand that it feels like
I don't hate it.
I understand that it's
I would
like
just prefer
it
something
feels
different.
like it's a bit of a retread from what we've already done.
Yeah.
But I really feel like they want to have like this younger dynamic to throw into like a middle-aged superhero team. You know, it's like middle-aged light. It's like, hey,
I mean,
we've
I
got like
just love
35
how-
to 45-year-old superheroes. Now we have like a 15-year-old coming in, and he doesn't know what he's doing. And I think they're going to try and do a thing like they did with the Ultimates, where like, all right, Captain Steve Rogers, you're going to come in and you're going to train this guy how to be like a hero. Like he already has his powers. He's already swinging around New York.
That would be fun. I'm really excited for it.
That's what I think they want to do with it. I think they want to play around with like that whole ultimate side of things, and I'm okay with. I'm excited for that.
I just
think it'll
really
be good.
liked in Civil War like how like it, you've got the two factions, and then you've got Spider-Man, who was kind of like in the middle, and you didn't know which way he was going to go, and it was adult him, so he could make adult decisions.
Yeah.
And like they still had gravitas, and they still had weight to them, and he chooses to go to Iron Man's side, but then you find out that Iron Man's been screwing with him with the suit the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, so I mean, I feel like it's easier to manipulate a kid, and it doesn't have as much.
You also have a longer road to Miles. Everyone wants Miles. You have a longer road to Miles if you got a kid Peter Parker, because Peter Parker needs to be a little older than Miles for it to be relevant. Otherwise, you have just like Black Spider-Man, White Spider-Man. Like it's not going to be anything.
Well, I wonder with Sony's other announcement from this week if that might not be a Miles story.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
It will. And what we're talking about is
done it before. He's done
Donald
it.
Glover voicing Spider-Man in the movie. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So according to Sony Pictures chairman Tom Rothman at CinemaCon this week, they are making an animated film that will be out in 2018. Did you hear this? Did you guys hear it? No? So they're going to make an animated film that's going to coexist within the same live-action universe as their solo feature.
It is coexisting.
Yeah.
So
heard both.
there's a look. It's
Interesting.
both. He said the film will coexist with a live-action Spider-Man, but the press release says the film will exist independently of the projects in the live-action Spider-Man universe, all of which are continuing.
So it's Spider-Verse, where the animated
Yes.
Spider-Man is
right.
in continuity.
Yes, which
I love
means
Spider-Verse.
as
I
Carlos
wanna see
says
that
in the
movie.
live chat, we should have Spider-Pig. So maybe
Yeah.
we can have Spider-Man
Yes.
in the animated.
I think that would be
Spider-Ham, I think, is the name,
yeah.
right?
Yes, Peter
Spider-Ham.
Porker, the spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Porker.
Yes.
I think it would be fantastic if they did the Spider-Verse thing. Give us Spider-Gwen, give us Miles, give
I
us...
was saying this once you have the Netflix, seeing what they've done with Daredevil. I'm like, all right,
Oh,
let's
man, yeah.
do a Spider-Man anthology Netflix series. One episode Spider-Gwen, next 2099, next Noir. Just like a
Yeah.
6-episode miniseries of just like
Spider-Man Noir.
these different
I
things.
love him.
Then
Yeah, he's
Infinity
great.
War,
So good.
Infinity War, space and time are going to be malleable anyway. You bring them all in. There's just going to be an army of Spideys fighting in that corner of the universe.
Yeah.
While like Captain America and Native American Captain America fight in this corner.
From
From 1602, right?
Just go all nuts.
I would like to point out that Ish Towers on the live chat says Jeff Goldblum as Spidey, please.
Oh my God.
Sign me
Wow.
up.
Done.
At least Uncle Ben.
Yeah, Uncle Ben's,
That's
yes.
a long
I would be
movie.
so
That would be-
sad.
Just to
That
get
would
his
be one-
dialogue out.
Jeff Goldblum dies, I'm done.
I
like
know.
that's amazing.
With
Great
power.
And they're just standing behind going,
With great
With
power.
great power comes great
Responsibility finds a way. Responsibility finds a way.
But the thing is,
Sorry, Jeff.
So I
Goldblum
was
is
gonna
really-
tell you guys, I agree
Yes.
with Coy on the Spider-Man thing. I'm kind of torn on it because I am so tired of seeing. I'm so
Yeah.
tired
It's
of
the
seeing.
only way they could have lost.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing his backstory.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way that they could do, keep him that age and not have to go through that whole thing again. But for longevity, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Now we get Boyhood. It's Spider-Man.
I just can't. I just
my
can't
lord,
deal
right?
with
12 years. Let's just watch. Let's just do that. Let's just start right now.
That movie should have been called 12 Years a Slave.
I just can't. Oh my.
Oh, boo.
I'm saying we suffered for 12 years.
No, I know what you're saying, and I disagree.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
You got kicked out again.
Everyone gets to leave.
I'm just gonna say I can't deal with Gwen 2.0. I don't want to see that again.
Yeah,
I can't.
I will go MJ.
I love Gwen too much to watch her die on screen too many times.
Well, maybe we won't. Maybe we won't do that.
why
So, Age of Ultron, we're going to jump over there. We got our first look at Vision in action. It appears to be like the Vision birth scene.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
He's so cool.
So, if you haven't seen it, you just type in Vision's birth scene and you'll find it.
So good.
It looks like. So, first of all, there's been a little bit of back and forth on if the Avengers create him or if Ultron creates him. It appears that the Avengers create him from the clip.
Really? Is that what you think? Because I didn't see that in the clip.
I didn't get that either.
I felt like they had showed up to a place where he was
Oh,
Yeah, they could have found like.
I felt like they found his lab and he pops
because that
up,
felt like that was
which
an
means
Avengers
like
tower.
they stop him maybe from going bad. Like
But-
that's what it feels like to me.
I'm
Yeah.
with you, Justin.
I agree with that
I will say that it feels like birth to me because he in that scene he pops up.
He doesn't
and
even know what he's doing.
It was
He
a
looks around, he's
Terminator
like-
moment. It was like the Terminator showing. I was
I've
thankfully
avoided
not
it like the plague.
him.
Disney
that's
is
right,
just
you didn't
showing
say
us
it.
the whole movie.
No, they really are.
I am
They
done.
really are. But I had to see. I've refused. Even though that thing was the Spider-Man cleaning the windows was a prank, I was like, I'm not watching it.
I didn't watch that. I'm not watching
it.
Anytime
Not watching
the last
it.
month, they don't need to do this. They've already
Yeah.
got to make $1.6 billion. It's already they already can start printing money.
I am just confused by that marketing tactic of
Right before it comes out, here's some
Yeah.
cool stuff we've been hiding.
get
Keep
it.
hiding it.
Yeah, keep hiding it.
Yeah.
I don't need you to show me my
Or
present.
wait
I
until
want to
2
open
weeks
it.
later when you have the TV spots, when people have already seen it. You've already had your diehard fans that don't want to know. They've already seen it.
Yeah.
Now it's safe. Have that come
And
out.
then to get everyone excited to go see it
To go
again
see it
and
again,
keep
but
it number one for
why?
52 weeks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how you do it. You
Yeah.
don't release it right before with the people that are already excited to see it to ruin it for us.
That was
Yeah.
so cool though.
Right?
You guys are really
It was really cool.
He looks good.
He looks real good.
It's
Yeah.
pre-cape, so we still
Yeah.
get to the
cape
excitement of seeing the
means
cape.
he's good.
And is that the moniker of goodness?
That's,
is a cape?
capes are good unless you're Dr.
Which is
Doom.
why
was about
Dr.
to say,
Doom was wearing
yeah.
a cloak.
Exactly.
Not a cape.
Exactly.
Because he can
Cloaks
hide himself and
hide
become
yourself.
a Death Eater,
Yeah.
as you
Yeah,
pointed out.
that theater.
But I will say, my favorite part of it was seeing him hover was just like
Oh, that
like
stuff.
10
It's like
10-year-old me was like, do death, do death.
Yeah.
Like
I just wanted to
melted.
turn around and start doing this. I just want to start seeing with tornadoes coming out.
What red? He's not red tornado.
I know, but I'm like, he looks.
Yeah.
Get out. You know what I mean?
I'd love him to use Martian
as long as he does it like that.
Martian Man.
And if he could get roller skates and start disco singing, that would be amazing. That's the Vision we all know and love.
Yeah.
Who wants to be a
Marvel
disco
Movie News,
singer.
episode 29. Matt Key cooks everyone out.
Wait.
The end of the episode is Matt Key and Matt you guys by yourselves at the desk, we've seen some stuff.
That did not go the way I thought it was going to go.
My eyes are burning.
Joss Whedon also had a quote about the Vision earlier this week where he said the Vision is someone you would want to be with you. You want him on your side. You would love him. He's the newest addition of the Avengers, but you also know that he's seeing something you're not, and he might be too polite to tell you that it's something horrible.
Because he's Paul Bentley and he's too polite.
And he's Paul Bettany
That's
speaking these horrible
awesome.
things.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So what does he see? What is he seeing?
Yeah, what does he know?
What is it like? Are the algorithms
See,
algorithms
that
running?
isn't a
Yeah.
spoiler. Release quotes. I'm not upset about hearing about it. Don't show me the Vision yet.
Don't show me. It's okay.
It's all right.
You should go home and watch it though, Coy.
Nope,
It's
not gonna
really
do
cool.
it. I'm
There's, like,
leaving. I'm
steam
leaving
coming
today.
off him.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be.
that's right.
I'm gonna be internet silent for 12 days. I'm gonna see nothing. I'm gonna come back, see it.
Like,
oh yeah,
literally
audience.
the first thing.
I'm coming back the day before our Avengers show so I can see it, and then immediately
Yeah,
talk
because
about
you're
it.
going to South Africa.
I'm going to South
So-
Africa.
so
After the
not-
show. You're
After the
leaving
show,
after
I'm
Yeah, he leaves
leaving,
today.
going to South Africa.
But when you say the show after we all watch it, not the
No,
one
no,
that he keeps saying is next.
Correct.
Okay,
I'll be back for
Yeah.
episode 31, but I literally moved my flight to be like, I need to see Avengers first.
I was so
Before you
confused
come in,
because
yeah.
Good commitment. Right
I'm
there.
not in town next week either, and I'm like, wait, I'm gonna miss our Avengers show. Then I'm gonna, I have
We're
to.
all real scared.
Okay, I was,
No, we're good. No.
Okay, good.
Don't worry though, Coy. I am gonna call you as soon as you land. And I'm just gonna. In fact,
Just
I'm gonna leave
narrate.
voicemails
Just narrate.
while you're in it. So like
Yeah.
whenever you get it, you get your phone and you answer. It's like this is what happened next. I'm gonna live tweet the whole
Play
thing
by
to you.
play.
Just to say anything where you're standing outside with the boombox, or it's not even a boombox.
It's a big
the
screen
pill.
TV.
It's the pill just getting a Bluetooth connection to your iTunes, like just reading off recording you made of all the spoilers.
These are my friends, guys.
So we also saw our first clip of Ant-Man.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So we've had 2 trailers. Again, I am excited about Ant-Man.
Yeah.
I still
Yes,
am.
I'm excited. Like after that trailer,
You guys weren't here
like-
last week. Do you want to give any thoughts on the Ant-Man trailer?
I am absolutely loving that casting.
Oh,
that
yeah.
makes me giddy
Oh,
too.
right?
So
Yeah, it's really
Paul
cool.
Rudd is
good.
like the perfect casting for Scott
Yes.
Lang.
I was
Absolutely.
watching Wet Hot American Summer last night, and he's in that. And there's so many names in that movie,
Yeah.
but it's just I love him.
Yeah.
He's such a great actor, and that trailer when it came out, like I was kind of on the fence with Ant-Man. Also, I was
Yeah.
like, I don't really know. It's not one of my favorite Marvel characters. We'll see what happens. And then that trailer, I was just like, oh, this looks great.
Yeah.
I'm so excited in that clip. Like,
I was the same way with it because same thing when I heard that they were coming out with that. I was like, oh, Ant-Man, that's random. But that trailer, that was
Yeah.
cool. The
Yeah.
second one was
Yeah.
very cool.
The second one looks. Yeah,
like
I'm very
I
excited
really
for it.
relate to like smart aleck superheroes.
You know.
Like I do. I just like superheroes that are little smarmy, little smart alecky.
And what I kind of love about Scott Lang is that he's been that way since they introduced him. Well, as Ant-Man, like even in like what is it, Marvel Premiere number 40 or whatever it was, where he goes and steals the suit to save his daughter Cassie. Even there, he was like this smarmy, kind of like pop culture tossing out kind of like referential guy. Like, and I'd never seen that in a character before him. So. I may have just missed him, but like he's that way. In the
He's
movie.
actually a very Whedon-esque character.
Yeah.
He's got that postmodern edge to him.
And like
Yeah.
that's like from the middle 70s, like
Yeah,
where he was
absolutely.
introduced. So like we were getting that like
Absolutely. And he
know,
was a guy
40
who would
years
call
ago.
out people no matter how powerful you were. Like there was an Iron Man comic in the 80s where Iron Man basically asked him, hey, can you steal this thing from S.H.I.E.L.D. for me? But no, it's for a good cause. And he's like, this is a really dick move, guy. Like, really? Like, this is a part of my life I'm putting aside, and you're sort of, like, making me feel
Ant-Man,
beholden
keeping it
to.
real.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge fan of heist movies.
Yeah.
Like, really,
Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Lucky Number 11, films like that. Especially like, I think the thing I loved most about Iron Man 3 was actually the ending sequence because it reminded me of Lucky
Yeah.
Number 11. But that's what I'm personally excited about Ant-Man because I think it's going to be like a Marvel movie tailored to my taste. Not that I haven't loved all the others, but I'm like, oh, this is my jam. This is my little niche coming to the MCU. So I love the actors. I love everyone involved so far. And that clip, like, I was like, okay, yeah, this is it. Like, I'm excited.
And I feel like,
I think-
Winter Soldier did a good job of that. Like where it was like
Yeah.
we made a movie that is like this is a genre movie,
Yes.
Yeah,
and then
that
we
was a
threw in a
spy thriller.
superhero
Yeah.
into it.
A
Right.
70s spy
It was like a
thriller, like a very
70s spy
specific
thriller,
spy
and it was
film.
like boom, awesome. So now we're gonna make a heist film and throw a super like that's
And I
great
think that's
because
a
it's a
smart-
good move.
Yeah,
And
because
next
it's
we need
giving us-
rom-com.
Well, the best
Need
thing
what?
about what
We
Marvel's
need
doing...
legal rom-com with She-Hulk. And Hercules.
Yes.
Make it so, Marvel!
I think the best thing Marvel's doing is keeping all their different movies, different genres, like in general, so we don't have that superhero fatigue. Because I
Yeah.
got so much hate on my Twitter because Batman looks bad. But Zack Snyder just is making one type of movie, and
Yes.
it doesn't
Yeah.
fit with it doesn't fit with the universe of the characters. And it's like he read Frank Miller's Batman, which is obviously the inspiration, and he realized that
And it's a good comic,
Cool.
like,
well, it's
yeah,
a
it's a
brilliant.
great
It's an
comic.
amazing comic.
Of course.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
But he doesn't realize what makes the fight interesting is that the characters love each other. So
Yeah.
you're introducing like, hey, just met that guy in a cape. should fight him. Like, you don't care. Whereas Marvel really invests in making each film a different genre, so you care about each character differently, you care about each actor playing each character differently, and then when they team up, you have so much background, you have so much compassion, you have so much interest. So I think Ant-Man being a completely different genre we haven't seen even close to before will give us a totally different phase 3.
Well, and the genre comes out of who the character is.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, is that you have
Right.
a built-in backstory. With Ant-Man, everyone that loves heist movies like you're going to love Ant-Man because of that tie-in. Everybody that loves espionage movies, you love Cap. So when you get these team-up movies, you care. Batman vs. Superman, you just got angst.
Well, and Coy, you make such a great point.
Darkness.
You make such a great point because I really want to like Batman versus
wanna like
Superman.
it so
I do. But you know what? If I want Frank Miller's Batman, I'm going to go watch the animated Batman Year One.
So good.
Because it's amazing.
Yes.
And
Or the 3 other animated adaptations that have already been done with The Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, but that being said, I think what works with Marvel versus, and I'm not going to poop all over DC, I'm just going to say Zack Snyder specifically, Marvel's taking elements and bringing them in where Snyder seems to be trying to take the entire story and bring it in and not add like his own take to it. And I feel each director with the Marvel films has pulled their favorite bits from here and there.
It's the greatest hits.
Well, the whole fun thing of having a fictional universe is that it can appeal to a broader audience. So you've got these people like how the Guardians of the Galaxy work, and these people like how Winter Soldier work, and they're in the same universe. They are not the same movie.
Yeah.
But you can appreciate the different flavors. And I mean, just variety for a large brand is just better in general.
Yeah.
It's just
Well, and it's like, I mean, you see them doing it in animation and in television.
Yeah.
Like, you see The Flash versus The Arrow. They're two different tonally TV shows entirely, but they're great. And whenever they meet up, it's so much fun. Like, watching, and I'm like, DC, you're nailing it here. I don't understand what you're doing over
it's
here
different.
in
Yeah.
movies.
The film and TV people hate
because,
each other,
because
apparently.
your TV people are killing it right
Yeah.
now. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
I
man.
love The Flash.
And even did you guys see that TV spot? I know we're still off
Yes,
topic.
with the-
but
with the
TV
fast-
spot
Off topic,
of-
and we need to move on.
Right, the
for time, but go
superhero
ahead.
Fight Club was so much more fun to me and interesting of like seeing them spar rather than like, will these two people fight? No, because they're in the Justice League later, so it'll probably be a tie.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
The best way to ruin superheroes is to make them all the same. The best way to have us have the bubble burst, as we all fear, is to let DC keep going.
He just threw down the
Wow.
gauntlet.
Jeez,
I'm not even gonna. I'm not even
I
gonna touch that.
like DC television.
No, we're just moving on. Don't.
I like DC television.
Good job.
Only talking movies. Only talking
Matt,
movies.
what's our next topic?
Only talking movies.
I will say, sticking with genre
His
stuff,
parachute is a lunch sack.
I will say that on the live chat, keeping with genres, Deck Gelpin says, "Make Doctor Strange a horror movie, please." I think that that's what they're doing. That's why they have Scott Derrickson doing
that.
And Doctor Strange is deeply steeped in that universe. Like one of my
Coming
favorite.
from Doctor Strange himself.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
right.
now.
What up, Agamotto?
I mean, like one of my favorite stories of him is him fighting like cosmic evil and elder gods, like in the Marvel premiere stuff, and then. Dormammu is like one of the biggest demons in the world. Like you can't not make Doctor Strange a horror movie.
Yeah.
So it's
Make
gonna
it a
be,
horror
like,
movie. Let me work on it.
Yeah.
There you go.
I would
do
not
visual
be mad
effects,
at that.
right?
Robin's here.
I'm right here, guys. If you need me.
Yeah, I don't even think
I've
we
been waiting years
mentioned.
for that.
I don't think we even mentioned what you do, Robin. You just said, "Hi, I'm
Yeah.
Robin," and I don't have a Twitter. But you're
I just wandered in here.
Yeah.
we found her on
We
the
saw you on the
road.
street. We're like, "Hey, come
I
here,
followed
we
her
can
in
use
because I was
Reddit."
like, oh, hey, this looks fun.
I do practical special effects makeup, and I'm a painter. But a lot of gore.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's
That's
awesome.
why I'm like,
cool.
make that a horror
Yeah.
movie. I'm in.
Yeah.
Count me in. That and Preacher. I'm in.
All right, off topic. We can't do it.
right.
Captain Marvel has confirmed that they're going to be using Nicole Perlman and Megan LeFauve
Yes.
as the writers.
Which we
Fauve,
kinda
LeFauve.
talked about
we talked about it
last
last week.
week,
So just confirmation.
Yeah.
So it's nothing to talk about. Elizabeth Olsen is going to be in Civil War. Like she's confirmed that she's going to be in
Nice.
Civil War. So
All right.
kind of exciting.
Yeah.
she's
Okay.
know,
We kind of. I don't see how they could do it without her. So yeah.
So do you think she'll take a side? What do we think?
Oh, I think she's definitely going to take a side. I think.
Yeah.
I think it gives us some more sweet Vision Scarlet Witch potential.
So funny.
Yeah.
Moving over
Ship it.
to
Ship it
so
so hard.
Netflix, real quick. Daredevil
Yes.
season 2.
Well, we all knew that was going to happen.
We all knew that was going to happen.
Wait.
so fast.
I don't know that we knew it was going to happen because I actually was wondering if they were going to like. This is interesting because I thought they were maybe going to do like, here's Daredevil and Jessica Jones and everything. We're going to do Defenders. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We've done that for season
Yeah.
1. Season 2 is Punisher, Ghost Rider, Moon Knight.
Oh, that's interesting.
I thought they were going to go that
would've been
direction.
cool.
So
But it did so good.
So the
Yes.
fact that they're doing like
Fantastically good.
here's Daredevil season 2, like yes, that's
Yeah.
like that's awesome.
Like that's we were talking about like the DC crossovers in TV, like the Marvel stuff in crossovers now. Like their universe is getting so big. Like you can just if you're on one of those shows, congratulations.
Yes.
Because you could literally be in anything
And
now.
DC TV is incredible, so Marvel can like actually have a place to follow because DC TV has been killing it for so long.
yeah.
I wish we had more time to speculate on who is going to come in for Daredevil
Yes.
season 2 because I know we're.
We've got whatever. Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
let's go.
Because guys, I think this would be a really great time. One to bring in Elektra would be.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Bullseye,
Yeah.
I'm saying like Daredevil season 2 is going to be Elektra. Bullseye is going to come in. It's
Yes.
going to be the Fisks as a married couple
and we're
now
gonna see
fighting
that- we're gonna
the
see more
Owl.
Nobu.
As the Kingpin.
As the
Yeah.
Kingpin.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
gonna be
he's gonna
full-
become the Kingpin
fully
in jail.
realized.
And I think that christening will happen in the Defenders movie. I think that'll be a huge factor.
Well, and someone on Twitter had mentioned to me, they're like, oh, I don't think they're going to bring in Elektra because Daredevil already has a love interest, and I don't want to spoil anything from the comics or say that they're going to go the route of the comics. But if they do, I think it's important they bring in Elektra in season 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because,
And he already said, I mean, he already
Yeah.
hinted about the girl, the Greek girl that he dated in
Yeah, and
high school, was it?
I think you know, while Karen Page is great and Night Nurse is great, I think we need a female action hero in the Daredevil world.
And God, please cast that right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Elektra.
Yeah.
Elektra? Yeah.
But I mean,
So-
they'll do that
bring
the
in-
same.
You go ahead.
I was going to say, I mean, when it comes to love interests in TV, I mean, it's like you look at seasons of Arrow, like he's had 3 love interests and like, you know,
But they keep
back to get
they keep
that's
going in
way
the
it
same
works.
cycle of things of like, I believe I can do this. No, it's too dangerous for you.
Yeah.
And it's just, all right, dude.
Well, and
everyone's
that's-
in danger.
And that's
Screw
kind
it.
of why superheroes dating superheroes or reformed villains kind of works
Yeah,
because they
they
work
know
in the
what they're
same
getting
line of
into.
business.
Yeah.
You know, I think, and you know, and anyone, if you read the Cape comics, you see they have a rotating roster of love interests that kind of cycle back to the same 4 or 5 people, but it works. It makes for dynamic
I
storytelling.
have a question for you guys.
Yes.
I had a very long conversation with my brother last night, 2 hours, about Daredevil. And we were
Is he a fan?
diehard. He's
No,
got it
hates it.
tattooed on his body. Since we were
nice.
7, we're diehard.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
And so I have very, very, very strong opinions about the show, about the casting, all that stuff. But one thing he brought up last night that I thought was interesting was when they introduced Bullseye.
Yeah.
We're literalists. Like, we are very, you know, and we were talking about costume for Bullseye.
Yeah.
And he's like, I swear to God, if I see a freaking trench coat, I'm gonna kill. I'm gonna kill.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah.
So
and,
you
and I
want
agree
you want
with
the
that.
spandex with the target on the front?
No, honestly, there's so many ways you could play it. You could just put him like in street clothes, and he just has a freaking
Exactly.
skull cap, like
with a target on it?
yeah, with like
I mean,
as his
I don't
joking
want him
thing
to
of
get
just,
Power
I dare
Rangers
you.
with
Yeah.
him. I don't
You
want him
can
to
make
get
that
Power
work.
Rangers. You can make it work without getting all bright about it. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Well, like they did. I think the red they picked for Daredevil's suit was a good subdued red.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel, you know, coming from a cosplay side of things, I feel with Marvel, the way they do their superhero costumes are a really nice mix. In the Avengers, we see bright, fantastic, but still like grounded outfits.
Yeah.
The TV shows, they seem to be going a little bit more street level.
Yeah, they're muting it.
Yeah, and I don't know if we're gonna get like a leather moto jacket for Bullseye. I think we could kind of see what they do with Daredevil, a similar style where you do like a neoprene, leather, faux leather
Yeah.
mixed costume that.
I mean, this is a guy he's not just about the long range assassination.
Yeah.
He and Daredevil get into fights.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't want to see a jacket where I'm just imagining like Matt just grabbing the jacket and
Yeah.
slamming him against
Well,
the wall. or
one of
something.
the things too, when Melvin, when he shows him, you know, what he came up with as a costume, my brother said this as well, is like it would have been really cool. Like if say we go traditional with Bullseye's costume, if he was presenting the costume and he's like he says, well, I had this, and he lays out like the dirty yellow, you know what I mean? And he's like, but I decided to go with this, you know, and like
That
And
would've
they're
been
really
fun, yeah.
good at like doing little Easter eggs. I feel
Yes.
so that's
Yeah.
something that could be, you
Yeah.
know, especially with Matt's dad in the yellow and the red.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think if they do
so
season
good.
2 as Elektra as a major character as they did with Kingpin this season, so you have a strong female lead villain
Yeah.
and have her as
Awesome.
ambivalent, like morally ambivalent,
Well, also
and lead
we've
up
set
to a
up
love
the
story.
hand.
Yeah, that's
We've
what,
already
like,
set up the
you have
hand.
this
The hand
amazing
is there.
opportunity
I'm so
to
excited
have the
for
hand
them.
introduce Elektra. It's a world we know. End of episode 7 was all about setting up season 2.
Yeah.
So you introduce Elektra through that world, have a very interesting, morally ambiguous character as a female lead. That could be a brilliant show to have a love interest that's also your villain and Black Cat Spider-Man.
I mean, there are also female heroes you can introduce, such
Mockingbird
as.
would be cool to have.
I mean, Mockingbird's
Well,
only getting a
that's
spin-off
that's
show.
going to bring us up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so let's wrap up
You can
Netflix.
also,
Tangent.
you can also bring in the White Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you're going for the street, there are lots of street level heroes.
Lots of fun heroes.
I would love to see.
Mockingbird's a good one.
I
That's
would,
cool.
I would also love to see Colleen Wing and Misty Knight.
Yeah,
at some
that would be
point.
fun.
But it'd be-
I just.
yeah.
I,
All right, we've got to move on. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
Okay. No.
So television, John Ridley, who was the screenwriter on 12 Years a Slave, is working on a secret Marvel TV project. We don't know if that's the spin-off or if it's a whole other show. Some of the internet...
Howard the Duck, the series.
Some of the
It's
internet-
coming, dude. It's
some of the-
coming.
It is.
We
It
all
prob-
know it is. We
Howard
saw
the
it.
Duck
Yeah.
is
I feel
serious?
that belongs on HBO though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the internet chatter has
No.
said Miss Marvel, the new one, Kamala Khan.
I would love that.
That would
Oh,
be
that
amazing.
would be fan-
Well, especially with all the Inhuman stuff that they're
Yeah.
doing in Age of
Oh, I
Agents
would
of S.H.I.E.L.D.
love
Yeah.
that.
So if we see a Kamala Khan
Yeah.
in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at the end of this season, we will know what this man is working on.
Yeah.
But also some of the big news is that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. spinoff is going to be Mockingbird and Lance Hunter.
Really cool.
Which I think is really cool. Like I
Yeah.
think that could lead into like a Secret Warriors kind of thing, which would be really fun.
Yeah.
Have you guys are you all caught up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Like
I am.
As
I am
much as I always
behind.
am.
I am behind.
I feel like I'm the only one that actually watches the
Here,
show.
no, here's the deal. I watched it. The problem was I caught up with season 1 on Netflix, but it was after Hulu had already gotten to that point, that cutoff point in season
Yeah.
2, where I
So you-
missed
you
the
can't-
start.
yeah.
So I'm just in that zone of like, well, now I can't do anything. I just have to wait.
Yeah.
Until it gets done, so I can watch it and catch up.
Yeah, sorry. You should have just started with season 2, honestly.
I know.
know.
Well,
I'm gonna
although
do.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was glad I got through season 1 because all my friends were like, "Dude, just keep going."
Yeah.
Like, through the
Yeah.
first,
It
like,
does get better.
they're
how
like
I
as soon
felt.
as it catches up to Winter Soldier,
It
That's
Things get
exactly
good.
how I
Explodes. It's
felt. I
awesome.
was
Yeah.
dozing off. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
please
me
get
too.
better. Please
that
get
first half
better.
of that season
So-
was like, this
When they,
is
when they
so.
come out with the DVD for season 2, I'll watch it, or if it's on Netflix, I just
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, but I am excited to because they've got Bobby Morris and Lance Hunter. They were married. Now they're so it's like he Lance Hunter is taking the place of Hawkeye with Mockingbird. So and I don't know. I think that there might be like a whole because they're doing the whole thing with real Shield versus new Shield and all this other stuff in season 2 that they're playing with. I think we may end up getting a more solidified Shield, and I think maybe Edward James Olmos is gonna be in the spinoff. He might be leading kind of a new faction of Shield.
I love
Like
Ultra Shield.
Sword?
I am going to watch it
Right?
for one
God,
reason.
that would be awesome.
because-
Sword or Hammer or
Strike.
Fine.
Strike. Yeah,
Strike.
sorry. You're
Just
gonna watch
say,
it for one reason.
One reason, Adrian Plakke. Adrian Plakke for Wonder Woman forever!
She was so
She's got a
good.
spin-off now. She's got
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Like
But
she
that's
has
why I'm going to watch
It's
that's
come
why
back
I'm-
to this.
But that's
That
why I'm
pilot
watching.
was bad,
Yeah.
but she was good.
She's amazing. She's one of my favorite action actresses right now, and my giant inspiration for why I even want to get fit. And I love her, and I'm so excited she's Mockingbird because
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
I'm excited.
All right, so we now need to go and address the question from last week,
yes.
which was what movie, past, present, or future, would Wade Wilson want to be in more than anything else? By the way, the answers were Star Wars Holiday Special,
Yes.
The Final Sacrifice, which was a Mystery Science Theater one.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I
he
remember
would-
that.
I could totally see
so
him
he
doing
could
that.
fight Rouse Dower. Smokey and the Bandit,
I would watch that movie
oh my
right.
god.
X-Men Origins Wolverine, so he could kill the imposter. Deadpool in Jurassic Park, riding a Tyrannosaurus. We had a picture for that one.
Like that.
But the winner is he would be in Golden Girls the musical. Come on, his swords are named after B. Arthur. So,
Yes.
Yay, that's
so that is the winner, and the winner's name is Alexis Marie. So,
Yay.
Alexis
Good
Marie,
job,
here's what I
Alexis.
need you to do. You need to send a Facebook message to our fan page. We will, and we will correspond with you. That way, we'll get your email, and we will then get it to the good folks at Wizard World. conventions where
Yeah.
pop culture comes to life.
Which hopefully they can do it soon because you're going. Are you leaving tonight to go?
Alan and I are both leaving right after the
now.
show.
Nice.
To go to the.
We're
to
actually
go
not
there.
even here.
Janarvis
Yeah.
requested speaking of fans, tangent over to the iTunes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we wanted to
Yes.
give shout outs to Michigan Wolverines, MMPR Calabama, Apro, and Zeke Colon 24. You guys
Just
are
saying sounds
they're
now.
just
Yeah.
these people did these things. You guys are awesome, and everyone that comments on the on our iTunes section, you just type in Marvel Popcorn and you can listen to us. We love you, and we don't give you those shout outs.
And we will
always
give you
focus on
shout outs
YouTube.
every week.
Yeah.
If
We
you-
want to
if
make sure
you
that iTunes gets love too.
5-star us and
Thanks,
and
podcast.
comment. We will mention you every week if you'll do that for us.
Yeah, and I just want to say something because, as we're navigating the new media world, giving us those 5 stars really does keep us coming back.
It really does.
So
It really does.
please do, because we like to talk.
And it makes us feel good because we
It
get this
does.
for free.
Yeah, because, and also,
our payment.
I even
Yeah.
love the hate.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
someone
I-
wanted to punch me in the face, and I was like,
you can
Oh,
stick to
that's
reading the
awesome.
YouTube comments,
yeah,
and I'm never reading them again.
I dive in. No, I read them, and no, I love most of you.
So
Can I Yelp review
people are
this?
threatening
you can
Yes.
give us, give us 5 stars,
Foursquare?
please.
Come on,
Yeah.
give us a
Foursquare?
Foursquare review.
Nice.
Yeah.
So the new question for next week, in honor of the Fantastic Four trailer that came out, and we will put this on our Facebook page as soon as we can. If the team were recast as animals, the Fantastic Four, what animals would each character be? So
I love it. I did this with dogs and Avengers with my friends when it came out. So, because Jeremy Renner's a bulldog.
Oh,
Yeah.
I say Sue is a hummingbird.
Hummingbird.
Yes, because she's.
I think Captain America is like a yellow lab.
But he's not in the
He's not
Fantastic
the Fantastic
Four.
Four.
Oh, it's Fantastic Four, it's Avengers.
it's the
I should
Fantastic
listen to my
Four.
own
Pay
show.
attention, Coy.
I think
Coy.
Get out!
Human Torch is a yellow lab.
I think
It's so
Johnny.
bad.
I think Johnny is a fox.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
I
is
see.
a
Heck
fox.
yeah,
he's a
Yeah.
fox.
He is one
Yeah.
handsome fellow.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Dr. Doom is an ocelot.
Easy eyes,
Yes.
man.
I see Reed as like just a smart echidna.
The what?
What?
Like a
you
smart
say that?
echidna.
Get outta
It's
here.
sort of like a
God.
hedgehog.
All right, so that's our show. Thanks for joining us today. It's we've now gone on for an hour 4 minutes. I think
The
it's a
show
long
gets 2 minutes longer.
Yeah, every time we have so much to say. We're excited. And we're doing our best to
keep on both sides.
live chat and answer questions and everything.
I'm
So
done next week. I want to say before I leave that I love DC movies. I want them to do good. The Batman trilogy is incredible. Don't hate me. I love DC. I'm saying this out of love. A place of love. I want it to be better. Please.
and we have a couple guests coming in. Can we
Yes.
say that yet?
It's 90% official. Should we go for it?
Yeah.
Dude, that's up to
We
you,
don't
man.
have
They're
to
your
say
guests.
when, just say who.
Okay, I am hopefully soon, when I get back from South Africa, my buddy Damien's going to be coming on the show.
Portier.
Our buddy Damien.
Yes.
My old roommate.
He's awesome. He was once Thanos.
Yep.
He was Thanos
That's right,
at the end of Avengers.
He gives good profile.
Yeah.
And then, my other friend Chris Brewster is going to be coming on, who was the man responsible for being Without Fear and making Daredevil one of the men responsible for
Yeah,
making it so
he's
awesome.
one of the most amazing
One of
fight
the most
scenes in-
amazing
Yes.
stuntmen ever. He's incredible.
So he did the stunts in Daredevil. He was
the Hall
also
guy.
in
He's a whole guy.
Captain. He was also in Winter
Yeah, he was
Soldier,
also
right?
Winter
He was in the
Soldier.
elevator and
So good.
Yeah, he's a
I
really good
sometimes
dude.
have
So.
him do my stunts when I just want to feel more impressive.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, actually, he was here for half of the show for me.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's how good he is.
He had to leave.
so
Anytime,
but-
we
Very
anytime we
good.
move anyway, cool, him.
yeah.
Nice.
So he was never me, is what you're saying. So anyway, do you guys have any final thoughts? Anything that you want to plug or say or anything like that? Go ahead.
Check out Cosplay Coach. We talked about Hook yesterday. The 1991 Robin Williams Steven Spielberg film was amazing.
yeah, I never heard of
and,
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
whole
like
thing.
how she
And then
explained Hook
next
to us.
week we'll be talking about the costumes from Avengers: Age of Ultron. So
cool.
Awesome.
Great. Anything you want to say?
I just want to say, Netflix, keep doing what you're doing. More, I'm in love.
If anyone is at Africa Burn next week in South Africa, if you
get
happen
out.
to be at Burning Man South Africa, I'm gonna be there. So
Just get out.
just tell me down.
Just get out.
Just saying it's gonna be cool.
I'll be at Burning Man this year. So
So I'm gonna run into Diantward or something. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I will be at a barbecue at some point.
do you have anything you want to throw out?
The Twitter name is @SizzlerKistler. The archives are at alankistler.com, and you can see me and Matt this weekend at Wizard World Las Vegas on a number of panels. I'll also be selling Doctor Who history and the unofficial Game of Thrones cookbook.
Wow.
Nice.
Sir?
Just thanks for having me. This is a blast. You can find me doing improv around LA. I'm on a new house team at Nerdist
Yeah.
So
Oh,
performing
cool.
Sunday nights out there.
Great.
Is that at Meltdown?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Well, that's our show. Thanks for joining us. Special thanks to our prize sponsor, Wizard World Conventions, where pop culture comes to life. They're in Vegas this weekend, where Alan and I will be. Minneapolis next weekend, and then Philadelphia the weekend after. And that's their big show where they've got David Tennant, Billy Piper, Haley Atwell, a lot of other people are going to be there. So please, also, as we were saying earlier about iTunes, please don't forget to subscribe to us and comment, rate us and everything. And if you'll do that, we'll give you a shout out every single show. Follow us on YouTube, comment and give us a thumbs up. It keeps us coming back to you. Find us on Facebook /Marvel News Show. That's the best way to find us. Or you can find us on Twitter @Marvel News PTN. I am Matt Key at the Matt Key.
I'm Meredith Placko at @MPlacko.
Robin Fuqua.
Coy Jandreau at Coy Jandreau.
I have no Twitter.
Justin Baker at Axe4Food.
Alan Kistler at Sizzler Kistler.
All right, that's our show. Thank you so much for coming in today. Watching our show. Goodbye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network. The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.